Episode 124 opens with the elders arriving at the main temple, who have a bone to pick with Tang. They instantly sense Tang's death domain and praise his power. They get into a heated argument related to Tang Hao and how he turned out to be the culprit 20 years ago. Suppressing his inner anger, Tang bows his head in front of the elders and tries to convince them that he has come to mend the things his father had unintentionally ruined. As the argument escalates, it leads to cussing Tang's father and his dead mother in front of him. Tang begs them to spit out the animosity and unite for the betterment of the tribe. He reminds everyone of their real enemy, which is Martial Soul Hall. As the elders continue to mock his father for marrying a soul beast, Tang loses his temper and challenges the seventh elder to a fight. Everyone gets shocked to see what Tang has just said. Taking it as a personal insult, he sends one of his disciples, Tang Hu, to finish off Tang and threatens to put him in jail for a year if he fails to fight Tang. Tang puts forward a condition for the seventh elder, saying that he will have to fight Tang if his disciple fails to pin him down, upon which the elder agrees. Now, along with Tang's aunt and uncle, the whole tribe gathers to see Tang fight, which is going to turn out epic. Tang and Tang Hu activate their soul powers and begin fighting. Tang Hu is a level 64 ranked from the Storm branch. Tang, on the other hand, is a 59 ranked warrior from the Control branch. As soon as the match starts, Tang uses his fourth spirit ring to build a blue-silver cage around Tang Hu and traps him inside it. Tang begins increasing the intensity of his blue-silver plant cage and uses his mind to command the blue-silver plant strands to penetrate poison under Tang Hu's skin. Tang Hu, who also had the hammer power, uses a hammer technique to break free from the cage. Tang then uses the blue-silver Emperor's spear during the fight and successfully defeats the opponent. Hyped, Tang asks the seventh elder to face him. However, the elder undermines Tang and laughs at his statements. This time, Tang puts forward another condition. Tang asks the elders permission to let him decide on the place for fighting. The elders grant his wish. Tang takes things outside on the metal chains that hang at a higher altitude. Before fighting, the elder threatens Tang to leave if he loses. Episode 125 opens with Tang and the seventh elder about to initiate a fight on the metal chains. Both attack each other at the same time and their attack nullifies. This happens multiple times. During the fight, Tang combines his hidden weapons and his soul powers in the best way possible to retaliate. During their fight, the elder takes out two hammers and throws them toward Tang, aiming to bash him between the two. To dodge the attack, Tang combines his death domain and blue-silver domain to create a unique aura. As the hammers collide, Tang uses the ghostly trace to disappear from his actual position and show up on the other side. Seeing Tang conning him, he gets angry and crosses every limit to kill Tang. Tang grows weak as the old man's attacks grow vicious. While they fight, the metal chain catches fire and explodes. As they fall down the ditch, the old man combines the two ends of his hammers and uses the power of all 5 soul rings to launch an overwhelming attack towards Tang and manages to climb up on a different peak. Tang takes out his blue-silver Emperor's spear to destroy the hammers and uses his spider legs to crawl back up. However, the attack was so strong that gives Tang some internal injuries. When Tang climbs back up on the tribe's land, his uncle and aunt rush towards him and get astonished to see him survive the attack of a soul land master. Tang's uncle gives him a shoulder and tries to comfort him. On the other hand, the seventh elder gets back to his tribe, thinking he has killed Tang. To see Tang survive his great attack, he starts acting like a sore loser and pins his uncle for cheating and saving Tang from the hammer attacks. Gladly, the second elder of the tribe jumps in and testifies in Tang's favor and asks the seventh elder to admit to his defeat because he cheated in the match a lot. Since Tang's powers get drained, he immediately begins meditating. During his meditation, the second elder announces a celebratory event on the arrival of Tang Hao's heir. In episode 126, Tang asks the elders to take him to his grandfather. The second elder reveals to Tang that his grandfather hates all of his children and doesn't wish to see them in his life. The second elder appeals to attain 3 things that will not only mend the relationship between Tang Hao and his father, but Tang Hao will also be recasted in their tribe and he will get to make Tang the next chief with his own hands. Tang gets happy and hopeful to hear the good news. The second elder reveals the 3 tasks, one of which requires him to reach rank 80. The second task requires Tang to slit one of the Martial Soul Land Master's throats and bring the head of the corpse to his grandfather's gates. The third task is to attain a Decade Millennium Soul Ring. The second elder gives Tang 10 years to achieve the 3 asked things. Tang's happiness flies away as he realizes the tasks require a long time. Much to everyone's surprise, the Shrek students reunite after 5 years. Everyone hugs one another and meets each other outside the Shrek Academy. A newbie denies their access to the academy, who later turns out to be a Shrek Devils fan. On seeing Ning alone, everyone asks for Oscar. With sadness, she reveals Oscar has left her for a decade to become a warrior. In the end, Tang arrives and his new appearance makes his friends think that an intruder had stolen his outfit. As they see Tang's Jetta belt, they understand that it was Tang with a whole new body, but they play along and pretend to pick a fight with Tang. In the end, they cut the act and greet Tang and catch up with him. Master Zhao gets happy to see the old gang and takes everyone inside the school. The end of the episode teases a glimpse of Oscar, who has joined a pack to fight beasts and become a deadly warrior. In episode 127, Oscar begins meditating to attain the soul ring of a beast that his group has just killed for him. Things get trippy when the group members acknowledge the presence of a soul bone inside the beast. They get greedy and decide to interrupt Oscar's meditation and take the soul's bone. The pack's leader, Hulk, witnesses Oscar being attacked. Hulk jumps in and fights with his group members. Hulk's group members gang up on him and defeat him in the fight. Scenes shift to Shrek Academy, where Dean gets excited and greets all of the Shrek devils. Erlong and Grandmaster come to greet the students too. While catching up, Zhu tells everyone that she is to become the queen of the Xinglu Empire because Dai has finally become the emperor of their tribe. Ning is also selected as the next chief of her Kai Bao tribe. Fat Boy is a wanderer who has passed 50 ranks. Scenes are changed back to Oscar's side of the story. He has finally attained the soul ring along with the soul's bone. As he finds his group members ganging up on him, he joins Hulk to fight them. During his fight, Oscar's spontaneous martial arts skills and his spirit rings of many barbarous soul beasts are displayed, which he absorbed over the past 5 years. Oscar has reached the 60th rank and has developed very sharp reflexes. With Tang's hidden weapons, Oscar gets the upper hand over the rest of the group members. Soon, the 6 boys activate their special martial souls and corner Oscar. On the other hand, Tang tells everyone about his series of tragedies. Everyone gets shocked as Tang updates them on Xiao Wu, who now lives in a jungle with soul beasts. Upon recalling her, Tang gets sad and starts missing her. He then tells them the story of how he got his death god domain from the Slaughter City. Tang also saddens everyone with the untold history of his parents. When he talks about the 3 hard conditions his elders have asked him to achieve, the Grand Master understands that they are trying to make Tang a Grand Soul Land Master to upstage their tribe and bring its foundation back. The episode once again teases Oscar's new ability to duplicate. Episode 128 opens with Ning crying and recalling Oscar. While telling her teachers, Ning gets extra emotional and starts shedding tears. Zhu gives her a shoulder to cry on. Since Tang and his friends have arrived, Dean announces that he has fixed their match with Master Zhao and Erlong so that the school's new batch can witness and learns from their tricks. Erlong immediately counts herself out and tells Dean to participate instead. She accuses him of being a privileged headmaster who doesn't do anything. Keeping everything funny, Dean agrees to fight. On the other hand, Oscar uses his new powers to duplicate Hulk's snow demon beast to fight all the corrupted group members. Oscar's 6th soul ring developed his sausage into a cloning sausage, which gives him the ability to create a clone of one's soul form on a temporary period. The duo fights the corrupted teammates and successfully knocks out everyone. During the final fight, Oscar gets badly injured and faints. After a few moments pass, Oscar finds himself lying in front of Hulk, who is roasting a fish on the fire. Hulk anticipates and asks Oscar how he managed to duplicate his soul beast. Oscar takes his time to explain the logic behind it. Both sit on the snowy ground and enjoy eating the warm fish. Shortly after feasting on tuna, Hulk gives Oscar his soul's bone and asks him to absorb it. Oscar is so impressed by his loyalty that he tells Hulk to keep it and use it for himself. Oscar takes the soul bone when Hulk insists. By absorbing the soul's bone, Oscar becomes a warrior. His goal is finally achieved. He puts on a musketeer outfit and prepares himself to go back and propose to Ning. When Oscar has started his journey to return to the Kai Bao tribe, Dean and Master Zhao put up a fight for the freshman badge. Grandmaster tells everyone to put on their old masquerades, which made them popular back in the day. Besides, he doesn't want Tang and his friends' faces to be revealed since the Martial Soul Hall is already after Tang's life. Everyone enters the ring that Dean arranged in the back of their school. The scene is very eye-catching when everyone activates their soul powers and their multiple soul rings. Master Zhao hesitates to fight Tang and his friends because he still remembers how Tang Hao beat him to death for attacking Tang and his friends. Dean requests them to keep the match very friendly as they are only putting up a show to display their best moves and skills for their new children to witness and learn. As the fight begins, the episode ends. To know what happens next, stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Stay safe.